Predicting the future is hard, especially when it comes to countries. Imagine trying to guess what the world will be like in 50 years. It's a fun thought experiment, but things can change quickly in global politics. However, by looking at current trends, we can get some clues about the future of U.S. Mexico relations. The relationship between these two neighbors is complicated and dynamic, full of opportunities and challenges. Over the next 50 years, many factors will shape their journey together. The U.S. and Mexico share a long border and a history full of ups and downs. They are major trading partners with deeply intertwined economies. Millions of families have ties to both sides of the border. They face shared challenges like migration and climate change. Understanding these forces at play is key to imagining what the future holds. Will they become even closer allies, or will tensions rise? The answer likely lies somewhere in between. One thing is certain, the future of U.S.-Mexico relations will be shaped by how they navigate shared challenges and leverage their unique bond. The U.S. and Mexico are already major economic partners. They buy and sell a lot of goods from each other. This creates jobs and makes both economies stronger. The USMCA, which is a trade agreement between the U.S., Mexico, and Canada, has made trade even easier. In the future, this economic bond will likely grow even stronger. Supply chains, which are the networks that bring products to consumers, are changing. Companies are looking for ways to shorten these chains. Mexico, being right next door to the U.S., is in a prime position to benefit from this trend. This means more investment in Mexico, more jobs being created, and even closer ties between the two economies. Of course, closer economic ties also mean that the two countries will be more affected by what happens in each other's economies. They will need to cooperate more closely to manage these risks. Migration is a defining feature of the U.S.-Mexico relationship. For decades, people have been moving from Mexico to the United States seeking new opportunities and a better life. This has led to a large and growing Hispanic population in the U.S. This trend will continue to shape the U.S. in the coming decades. The Hispanic population is projected to continue growing. This demographic shift will have a significant impact on U.S. culture, politics, and society as a whole. At the same time, migration patterns are changing. More people are moving from Central America to the U.S., often passing through Mexico. This puts a strain on resources and creates new challenges for both countries. How they manage migration together will be a major test. It will require compassion, cooperation, and a willingness to find long-term solutions. The U.S.-Mexico border is a complex and often challenging place. Drug and gun trafficking are serious concerns. Both countries have a shared interest in keeping their citizens safe and stopping the flow of illegal drugs and guns on both sides of the border. Technology is playing an increasingly important role in border security. Drones, sensors, and facial recognition software are being deployed to monitor the border and track movement. While these technologies can be helpful, they also raise privacy concerns that need to be addressed carefully. Beyond technology, true security requires cooperation and trust. Both countries need to share information, coordinate law enforcement efforts, and address the root causes of crime and violence. This includes tackling issues like poverty, inequality, and lack of opportunities in communities on both sides of the border. A hotter planet tackling climate change together. Climate change is, well, one of the biggest challenges facing humanity, and it will have a profound impact on both the United States and Mexico. They will face more extreme weather events such as hurricanes, droughts, and wildfires. These events can cause damage, disrupt agriculture, and lead to displacement of people. Cooperation on climate change is essential. They can share knowledge and resources to develop clean energy, reduce emissions, and adapt to the changing climate. They can also work together to protect shared ecosystems like forests and oceans, which play a vital role in regulating the climate. Addressing climate change will require a joint effort and a shared commitment to finding sustainable solutions. This collaboration will be a cornerstone of a powerful North American alliance, ensuring a brighter future for both nations. Governments in flux politics and the relationship. Political changes in both the United States and Mexico will inevitably influence their relationship. New presidents and administrations bring their own priorities and approaches to foreign policy. Sometimes these changes can lead to closer cooperation, while at other times they can create friction. Public opinion also plays a role. How people in each country view the other can influence government policies. Positive public perception can create a more favorable environment for cooperation, while negative views can lead to mistrust and make it harder to find common ground. Despite political shifts, the underlying realities of the U.S. Mexico relationship, such as their interconnected economies and shared border, will likely endure. What could be interconnected futures for the United States and Mexico? Imagine a future where the U.S. and Mexico are more interconnected than ever, driven by the enduring USMCA. Picture bustling cross-border trade hubs and advanced manufacturing and tech sectors thriving together. Visualize diverse communities enriched by demographic shifts, with a growing Hispanic influence shaping culture and politics. Envision cutting-edge border security technologies ensuring safety while fostering cooperation against evolving threats. See both nations united in combating climate change, sharing resources and innovations. Finally, imagine a dynamic political landscape where collaboration outweighs conflict. This solidifies a powerful North American alliance on the global stage. Which scenario will play out? It's impossible to say for sure. The future will likely be a mix of cooperation, innovation, and shared prosperity. The choices they make today will shape not only their own destinies but also the future of the region as a whole.